Hey guys, it's Non. Today I'm going to work on hangers, pretty wooden hangers to decorate. I saw these on Etsy and on, this is Etsy, or no, this is Pinterest we're looking at here. And I saw these on Pinterest and I saw them on Etsy where people are selling them and making a heck of a lot of money. Let me see, I was going to show you the rest of them, but I can't get it to move. There's ones they've made there with decoupage. Some that they make, well, with their names on them. This one's hand painted. Okay. Let me see if I see any more interesting ones. Some are decoupaged. Anyway, oh, there's one that's decoupaged with a napkin, which is one we're going to do. Anyway, let me look one more minute here. There's one. You can see that one there, $29 for one. It's just white. This one here has some pretty diamonds on it and something written on it, right? Yep, so that one, what is that one? Pearls. Put pearls on that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I've bought enough for us to do 3 hangers. I think these make nice gifts. So I'll probably do these, you know, before Christmas so you guys can give them out to people. Here's one that, the first one that I've done, I've covered that with pearlized paint. You can see I've made these out of our, that stuff there. That's your Sculpey that we use sometimes. And I've had my mold. I think I showed you my molds. Here's some molds, right? So I've been working on different molds for various purposes. These are the ones that you put in the mold and you bake it. You can also use those same molds for cake decorating. And they're fun. Anyway, this one here, I've already got these packaged up for you guys. I've painted them myself, so you didn't have to paint them. And I painted the pearlized pink on it and then the gold on top of. And then all you're going to do is just glue those on. It's going to be super simple. And then you can hit it with a little of your gold gild if you want the little bit of gold that you guys may have, okay? That's one of them, and it looks really pretty. The next one that I'm now working on is this one. It's about to fall off this stuff, so I have to be careful. So this one, last night I made the roses. Got another mold, made the roses, okay? Made the flowers, made the leaves. I'll have a flower and a leaf down there, a flower and a leaf down there. And what I covered it with was a napkin, where I've peeled off a piece of the napkin and glued that on. I'll show you that in a minute, how to do that. So that's our second one. It was a white hanger to begin with. I took a little of the gold and just rubbed it all over. Now for these, you guys, I think you can paint them yourselves. You can paint them ahead of time or you can paint them after. I think I'm going to leave mine white. I may put a little gold or a little pink on them, edging. I'm not sure, but you can do what you want with those. But I'll show you in a few minutes how to decoupage this and how I did that with the napkin, okay? And then the third one that I'll be sending, I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do with it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send you each some washi tape because we haven't worked with that yet. This is washi tape. Washi tape is a fun thing. I have a little circle thing that I keep them on. I have a couple of them. Washi tape is sticky. It can be used in journals. It can be used in art. And I'm thinking that we can cut and use the washi tape. The wider ones could go across here, or the skinnier ones, or however you want. And then I'm going to find something for the design up here to put at the top. I haven't decided what yet. Here's a different kind of, it's not washi tape, but it's similar. If you peel off the back, you can use this. Also very pretty. So now I'll be looking for stuff you can put on. The other thing you can do on the third one is you can paint it if you want, like some of these other people have painted. You can paint whatever you like on it. So I'll be sending those 3 to you. I may even send a 4th one so you guys can make whatever you like on that. And the idea is that you can give these for Christmas presents if you want, to your grandma or to your aunt or to somebody. You can keep them for yourself as well. But as I say, they're selling pretty expensive online, so you may enjoy to give them as a gift. And that's all for now. Non's going to show you how to decoupage one of these right shortly. Okay, you guys, for the third hanger, I'm going to try something. I'll film it, put it in if I use it. I'm going to use that ribbon that I showed you that I have that you peel the back off. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to podge it in a minute and add something to it, and we'll see how it turns out. So you guys can see what I'm doing is I'm taking feathers, and after I've put down my paper part that I like, I'm going to feather it. Mod Podge goes underneath the feather to hold it on, just like glue, and then over the top to hold it down. Now I've put the second side on so you can kind of see that. I flared it out. I'm going to do the top now. Now for the top, you can see I'm laying down these cute little feathers here. I pull them out one at a time, and I'm going to lay them, as you see I put the podge underneath. I'm going to lay them on top and podge them down. So now that I've got the basic feathering on, I'm going to be adding a little piece of this at the bottom that's kind of sets off the gold. And I'm going to put some real feathers here, some of these without Mod Podging them, to finish it off. And if those kind of stick out, and if they wear off eventually, it's not a big deal. It's going to be really cute. Hang on a second. You guys can see how I'm going to finish it up with a little focal point of fluffy feathers, so that it kind of, the theme of it travels down the side, but it won't get rubbed by the clothes because it'll be covered with podge, and the top will be fluffy. It may get worn out, but it looks really pretty. I have taken these feathers here, and I have taken the fluffy ones, these ones here, and I've cut off the tops of them. You can see I've kind of cut them short so that there's just fluff there. And then I'm putting the little ones, these little ones in. You have to pull them out, and then you can put them in. So you'll see how I design that. And then I'm going to add this little piece at the bottom to help hold them as well as to look pretty. So again, just to show you, here's how it looks before I put the fluffies on. So it's partially covered, right? In a pretty little design. You could leave it like that if you want. But I'm going to add some fluffies on top, and you have to pay attention. This is not podged on. Be glue gunned on the fluffy ones because the podge pushes it down and seals it on, right? Okay, here's the first layer glued on. Now Non's going to glue the second layer on. So here you guys can see how it's finished. I hope you can see it. It's really cute. And putting that metal on helps to hold the puffy part on. But if some of the feathers pull out, there's still some underneath so that it looks cute. But I really like the idea of having both on there. And yeah, super cute. I really like it. So that's what I'm going to do for my third one. You guys can decide if you want to do that. I will send you the supplies for it. Remember, Mod Podge the underneath. Put your washi tape on, and you'll want to podge over that as well, because the podge, remember, seals everything on and keeps it there. And then you can put the fluffy bits on the top if you want, or you can paint it, whatever you guys like. And it's a possibility I'm going to send you each 4, depends on what I've got left. But you might end up getting 4 hangers, and what you could do is make each one and put it in a gift, the whole thing in a gift for somebody at Christmas. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to show you guys just the end of this one too. I'm taking these little pots. I sent you guys these pots, and I'm using them to gold up my flowers. When that dries off, it'll be just cute. A little gold here and there. I've already used it on here, as you can see, right? After I podged this. So I'm going to put some on the flowers to match. You can do what you want with your flowers, but that's what Non's going to do, okay? Okay, and you can see now how that's completed. Just kind of a little touch of gold. It's what I like. You can do what you want. Again, I've added a little more gold there and a little more gold there. When this dries, I'm going to hit it with Mod Podge. If you don't use Mod Podge, you have to use another kind of sealer, because these are watercolor paints, and with water they'll wash right off. So you podge over top of it to seal it. or you can use a different type of sealer. Okay, guys? Okay, guys, I'm going to show you how to decoupage. We had a hanger that we decoupaged, our blue one. I'm using a different color just for fun. I've got a napkin. Now you can use, remember I told you you could use, well, I don't know if I've taught this one yet, but rice paper. You can use different types of paper, but the thin paper is so good for decoupaging. The napkins are fantastic if you can get them cheap. Sometimes they're expensive. I'm going to use this one. The most important thing to know is that you have to split the napkin. They're what they call 2-ply. Some toilet paper is 3-ply, right? That means it has 3 layers. So you have to split it. You have to pull it apart. I can't do it well with one hand. Hang on a second. There we go. Now I just pulled it apart. So I've got one piece there. I've got one piece there. When you're decoupaging, you want to just do one layer or they pull apart. So what I'm going to do now, and I don't think I need to show you all of it, but I'm going to pull it with my fingers apart like that. Just shoop, rip it down. And then I'm going to take podge, and I'm going to podge all of this, and I'm going to lay it on here. Wrap it around the sides, wrap it around the back, and keep adding paper until it's completely podged, okay? And that's what I did with the first one, so we'll see how we do. So first, what you're going to see Nan do, I have my little water here. I'm going to take a little podge, and I'm going to podge it. I can't even show it to you guys. Hang on. I'm going to podge it by laying it all over this. Not the bottom one, because I don't want to do it. Not this bottom piece here, but this piece. And I'm going to lay it as much as I can, a good chunk of the way, a little bit underneath. And as I go, I will cover that. So let's see how we do here. So I've ripped my piece off. See? Ripped me a piece off. And I've got my podge on. And I'm going to lay it down. Like that. And I'm going to push it onto the podge, right? It's a wet podge, it's going to hold it down, okay? And then I'm going to have to let go because I'm going to wrap it around with podge. So I'm going to podge and I'm going to lay it down piece by piece all the way around. Podge on top, podge underneath, underneath on top until it's nicely coated and stuck. And then I'm going to do this side as well, and then we'll see where we are. So I want to show you guys how it doesn't matter if it wrinkles, because when you podge over it, it flattens down, right? So as I do it and I push it down, oops, can you see it? It won't matter. I can pull it straight or I can just podge it over. When I did this side, you see I just ripped it off and let it rip off, and now I'm going to podge this. Just push it down, and then down here, I'll just come here and kind of add a little more podge here. With my brush, just kind of push it down over there. Keep podging, keep pushing, like that. And if it wrinkles or if it tears, it doesn't matter because you can cover it with more, okay? So I'll add some here, okay? I'll add another piece like this, right? And I'll just push it on. And that's the beauty of the podge, is it can, you know, do whatever. And I can just peel it off like that if I want or not. Whatever you want. The thin paper, it's really easy to work with. And it doesn't matter if you like make a mistake or it wrinkles or you rip it off. Like I'll rip off here, see? I can just rip that off. And I can just add that here if I want. We've done some of this in our books. It's kind of the same idea when you do it on something like this. You just layer it, okay? Whoops, I ripped that. I'm going to let that dry. It's a little too wet. And then I'll cover it. So bit by bit, I'm going to cover it with our napkin, okay? Till it's covered on both sides. Now you can see how Nan's kind of finished this side. I just pushed it down with podge. Stuck a little here, stuck a little there. After it dries a bit, I'm going to flip it and do the other side, and then I'll kind of do the underneath. And I really like the colors on this. I'm really enjoying how it's turning out. So I will throw in a few of these napkins for you guys to use. Do not forget, pay very close attention. Make sure you peel them apart. They're 2-ply. You want to use just 1-ply or it comes off and it starts splitting once you start applying it. So that's probably all I'll show you today, because you guys know how to layer with Mod Podge, or you should. And that'll just give you an idea of how to cover your number 2 hanger. Okay, guys, we'll get this posted up on YouTube and be ready to do this in a few weeks.